This is a first look at Blade's abilities. He is the new duelist hero coming to Marvel Rivals, and he looks just completely insane. His visual design looks amazing. The audio is fantastic as well. His kit looks incredible, but we are going to break his kit down in this video, and I'm going to show you how he works and how he plays, because I think he's going to be very strong. And I also think, yeah, again, he is a duelist hero. There's a lot of duelist heroes in this game. If you've played Overwatch, you guys know I've played a lot of Overwatch back in the day. We had this sort of argument with Overwatch where there was too many DPS heroes. You need more tanks, you need more supports. I mean, Rivals definitely needs more tanks. So I'm a little bit disappointed that Blade isn't a tank. I think it would have been quite cool to have seen him as a tank. He's not a tank, though. He's a duelist or a DPS hero. We'll just watch this again at full speed. And then what I'm going to do is slow this right down, and we're going to break down what his abilities are actually doing, because I've got to be honest here. What we're looking at is you've got a character that is melee range, also sort of medium range. It appears that he's got a shotgun as a secondary weapon. He's got lifesteal. He's got a distance closer. His ultimate looks like massive AoE damage, but might actually be the weakest part of his kit, as insane as that sounds. He appears to have a parry, which also appears to have a damage reduction, which seems to have lifesteal attached to it, and he seems to have some sort of special attack, that spinny thing, which he can do. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. Let's break all of this down. Okay, let's move into slow-mo. Let's take a look at this. So he's got the sword equipped here. You can see bottom left of the screen, one is equipped, infinite ammo on the sword. Now, it looks like he's using alternate fire here, which is a type of damage reduction. It's not full-on complete immunity, because you could see he was taking damage. And then he lunges forward, and then it looks like he uses his E ability, which gives him this sort of whirlwind-style slash, which he goes forward and he hits Mantis with. Now, I'm not seeing any lifesteal or any self-heal here. He just absolutely annihilates her, and she is dead. But it looks like that part of the video was showing you his damage mitigation with his alternate fire with the sword equipped, which I don't think is going to be possible if you've got the what looks like a little mini shotgun equipped. So here we go, is the shotgun. So now he's got this equipped. It's the secondary weapon. He's firing at Magneto. Now something really interesting happens here. He dashes forward and then fires. So I think he uses his shift ability and fires at Magneto. And look at Magneto. He goes purple. So he's been debuffed. And then he goes into an alternate fire parry with the sword. So it looks like you can still alternate fire when you've got the shotgun equipped. Now, in this part of the video, a hell of a lot is going on here. So he's firing at range with the shotgun, and just watch what goes on. Also, you notice, you can see his team-up ability as well. It's the same as Moon Knight's with, I believe, Cloak and Dagger. Anyway, look at what's going on here. So he's dashed forward. He seems to have his lifesteal active here. It looks like he's used his E ability, and he's going to town with his primary fire with his sword. Now, it looks like he's got a lot of healing going through him here, and then he goes for this sort of whirlwind-style dash, which I don't think he's triggering that. I think that might be happening when he's got the E ability active, potentially, based off what's going on here, because it looks like he's not really doing much here. He's just going in and hitting over and over again, and he's got E active, and he dashes to close distance. He dashes into Hela, smacks Hela. But notice as well, there doesn't seem to be that debuff effect from Hela, from the sword, as there was from the shotgun. So there might be a different component to that. Again, I'm not entirely sure. That may have just been something else happening to Magneto, but I think he was debuffed. And again, look, you see, he's just going forward. He's used all of his dashes, and then he seems to have the E ability active. So whether that's toggleable, you turn it on and off. Also, there was a bit of a UI element in the middle of the screen there. But this just looks insane. This looks like a tanky, well, melee range DPS, which is going to be very difficult for, probably, for supports and strategists to deal with. Because if he's rushing up to you, it's going to be bad news for you. And it looks like he's got mobility, which is probably going to be like one of the issues. Now, this is his ultimate. This just looks like a massive, like he's taking a lot of damage here. And he's going to pop, he dashes into the sky. So there you go. You can see that the dash is actually wherever you're looking. And then he pops his ultimate, which just slashes the crap out of everybody. And he dashes through them, and then it hits them again. You can really see this happening in slow-mo. So it's like damage over time. So clearly you've got the opportunity to move out of this. So if Blade triggers this on you, you're not going to stand there and just take it. You're going to move out of the way. And it also looks like it triggered his lifesteal as well, which I'm guessing is probably one of his passives. But yeah, like I said, you can't see it here in this section of the video, but you will have noticed that he's got the same team up that Moon Knight's got, the same icon. So I'm guessing that's going to be exactly the same thing where you drop down the little invis area if you've got Cloak and Dagger on your team. So yeah, again, look at this. Just he's dashing into the fight. You can see he's taking damage. He doesn't seem to be actually taking that much damage while he's channeling his ultimate, it looks like. And then he's popped his ultimate, yeah, and he's just been massively healed. So it looks like this is healing him, doing massive amounts of damage over time. You can see, again, the characters behind taking a ton of damage. I just want to take a look at one more section before we wrap this up. So he's got the shotgun equipped here, and it looks like he's got a pretty decent range on it. But if you look at that Magneto, he definitely goes purple when he dashes towards him. Watch this. So he's hitting him from range. He's not doing loads of damage. He dashes in and then seems to automatically fire with the shotgun. Now, there could be this is sort of triggering when he dashes just with the shotgun active. I don't know, but he's definitely purple there. So he's got a debuff effect on him, and yeah, then he takes him out. So it looks like you can use that to potentially reduce the healing on targets, which is going to be quite frustrating for tanks again. Now this here, there's a lot going on here. So he's got the shotgun equipped. He starts firing at that Emma, and then he dashes forward. I think he uses the E ability, which then sort of changes his stance. And then I'm pretty sure he's got, like, you see Emma Frost again has got the, I don't want to call it anti-heal. That's like the Overwatch in it, but it's like, she's got a debuff on it, let's say. But he's definitely regenerating health there. It looks like he's got life still, which would make sense. He is Blade. And then he does this swirling, like, whirlwind attack, which I think is because he's got the E active, because that only seems to trigger when that's active. But again, that could actually be something when you're just hitting with the sword on, like, the third or, fourth attack, you do this crazy spin. That could be the case. And then he dashes forward. I'm still not sure what that number is in the middle of the screen. The more I watch this back, I'm not sure. It seems to be going up and up as he's doing damage. Maybe that's just increasing his lifesteal, or it could be the number of targets that have been hit with lifesteal. I don't know, because obviously there's not 10 heroes there. You let me know in the comments below if you can work out what that is, because frankly, I'm too stupid to work that out. But yeah, it seems there's a lot going on with this hero. But I think, again, this is going to be an issue with there's not many Vanguards in the game, not many strategists, a ton of duelists in the game. The question is going to be, is the next hero going to be a duelist? And if it is, then where are we going to go from here? Because obviously we've had a lot of them added to the game, as well as just having loads of duelists in the game to begin with. But I think this looks like a pretty good character design. And in terms of the way, like, reimagining the character of Blade goes, I think this is really, really good. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. We may as well just let this run to the end here, but this is when he's using the ultimate again. So you can see that thing in the middle of the screen is ticking down. So originally I thought, is that the number of targets he's got with his ultimate? But it can't be, because he didn't have it active in the other screen. Whatever, I'm stupid. But look at this. This looks pretty good. Again, you can see it trigger. You've got time to move out of this, so it's not instantly killing you. It looks like basically a different graphical version of Moon Knight's ultimate, to sort of look at it that way. But yeah, it definitely looks like you can move out of that. But all right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And yeah, Blade, I think, will be playable fairly soon when the Season 3.5 update hits. All right, guys, I'm in Stylosa. You can catch me on everything, which is at Stylosa, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you soon.